everyone, and welcome to another Destiny 2 video. In today's video, we're going to be going over the new Solstice event that just launched inside of Destiny 2 yesterday. We're going to be going over 5 basic tips and tricks in order for you to complete about 18 of the 24 total challenges in about 4 hours, allowing you to upgrade that armor and get those high stat rolls as quickly as possible. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. The first thing I want to do is go over the basics to the new seasonal activity, which is the Bonfire Bash within Solstice. I want to remind everybody that this is a completely free activity. You do not need to buy the upgraded card. The upgraded card will just give you a couple emotes, a ship, some glows, stuff like that. It's not actually required for you to play this activity. It's a completely free activity, but you can buy that for 1,000 silver if you are interested. So, with that said, if you're playing for free, you have about 8 challenges you can complete while doing the Bonfire Bash. They're all pretty easy, just have you do basic things within the actual gameplay. There's really no structure. The first one you might need to do is Bashing Success, and this is the easiest one. It's just a matter of completing the activity once. Very easy, very simple, very easy. The second one is going to be called Good Ignite, and that's going to require you to defeat Ignite carriers. Ignite carriers are the guys that actually hold the stoking balls, right? So you kill them and you go throw it in the fire. The third one is Fuel for the Fire. This one actually has 3 stages, and that just requires you to stoke the fire so many times. Number 4 is Torch the Taken. What I want to tell you about this one is that you must kill the yellow bar taken within the game mode, and all the little red bars don't count. So really focus those yellow bars, and you just need to get hits on them. You don't necessarily need to actually kill them. Number 5 is Ashtray. Ashtray is just a matter of collecting ash at the end of the event, so turning those leaves in ash, which we're going to get to a little bit later. And then the last one is All Around the Bonfire, and that requires you to complete the event against Cabal, Fallen, and Hive 2 times each. So it is luck of the draw there, so you kind of just have to roll with it and see what you get. As you can see in the little graphic there, I still don't have my one of mine done, so it's just kind of what you get. But they all kind of just progress as you play, so they're very easy to complete. A couple other tips I want to remind you guys. As you can see on screen now, I'm riding my Sparrow. Don't be afraid to move and traverse around the map. It's a very large map, just like it has been in the past years. Don't be afraid to use your Sparrow to go around. The second one, as you're going to see on gameplay right now, is that you can throw these stoking balls from pretty good distance away. I'm even too close right there. They have good targeting. You can throw them from very far away and still be able to stoke the fire. And you're going to get that little message on the screen when you see it that you were successful in hitting the target. And like I said, you can be standing pretty far back. And the last is don't be afraid of those launchers that you see around the game. I kind of back into them sometimes and kind of get launched when I don't want to. But when you have to get somewhere quickly, don't be afraid to use those launchers, okay? And lastly, as you can see on the screen right now, is that these ignition carriers are pretty tanky. I was going to use special ammo, shotguns, and stuff like that to bring them down. So don't be afraid to get in there, get them killed, and forget about the rest of the ads. When you take on some of the other factions, they come in with some pretty heavy artillery. The Fallen actually come in with brigs, and they're there kind of defending. Try to get around those brigs. Don't worry about them. They're tanky. So don't engage those. Engage just the ignition carriers and move on from there. Finally, throughout the event, you're going to have these blights show up, and that's going to, everything else is going to despawn, and you're going to have to go after these taken. And that's when these yellow bars takens are going to spawn as well. You need to kill the yellow bar taken and defeat that little blight bubble, and that will allow the event to proceed. You're going to have the ignition carriers kind of start spawning again, etc. You do not need to kill all of these yellow bars and red bars. So just remember that. If you move, the quicker you can move through this, the quicker you can progress on to farming other things and moving through this event quickly. But with that said, let's move on to number 2. So the next thing I want to go over is how does the armor work? right? So you're going to get an initial lot of armor from everyone's favorite lady at the tower, and you're going to need to progress it and upgrade it. There are 3 different currencies to do so. The first one is kindling. The second one is going to be the silver leaves, and then the last one is going to be the silver ash. Now, how does all this fit in, right? Of course, there's so many currencies to do one task, right? So the first thing I need to do is I need to get kindling in order to add the shining embers to my armor, right? So small kindling I add is just 1 kindling to add the first step, right? And then it's going to require 2, and then it's going to require 3. So all in total, you're going to need 6 kindling to max out a piece of armor, just 1 piece. Then you're going to need a total of 120 silver ash, 20 for the first stage, 40 for the second, 60 for the third. So a total of 120 silver ash to upgrade your armor. Now you get silver leaves from doing anything within the game. So you don't need to worry about going out and farming. I know there's a lot of people going out. I'm going to go do the Witch Queen mission and I'm going to farm silver leaves. You're going to get it regardless of what you're doing. So let's focus on the kindling, okay? And then we're going to get, by trying to go after our kindling, we're going to receive our silver leaves intrinsically. And with those silver leaves, we're going to enter the Bonfire Bash activity. And for every piece of gear from the Candescent gear that we're wearing, for every piece of gear, we're going to transform 4 of the leaves into 20 ash. So if you have 5 pieces of gear on, you can transform those 20 leaves into 100 ash, and it's that easy. That's why we need to go after kindling, because we need 6 kindling for every piece of armor. The ash and the leaves come regardless of what we're doing. We just need to go into Bonfire and convert it. So with that in mind, if we want to go after kindling first, that brings us to number 3, which is equip a shotgun and a hand cannon. There are 2 different Solstice challenges that require you to get kills with a hand cannon and with a shotgun. We want to go after those and be doing every single activity we can with a shotgun and a hand cannon and getting as many kills as we can. Those 2 challenges are called Shotgun Solstice and Hand Lighter. Okay, we want to, like I said, do everything we can with a shotgun and a hand cannon. And that way we always are getting progress towards those 2 specific challenges. It makes it very easy if you're always running, no matter if we're doing a Crucible or we're doing the Bonfire Bash or we're doing Nightmares or we're doing whatever it might be. Always have a hand cannon and a shotgun going until those are completed, and then you can switch to whatever gun you wish. Alright, for number 4, if you want to complete 7 individual challenges as quickly as possible, the best advice I can give for you is play Mayhem this week. I know not everyone's favorite game mode, but you're able to complete 7 different challenges, which is huge, as well as using your hand cannon and your shotgun to receive kills. So if you add those 2 on, it is 9 challenges you can be working towards while playing Mayhem, and some of them come very easily. So let's get right into those. So the first challenge we have is Like Wildfire, which says defeat targets anywhere in the system, more progress for Guardians. Bingo, there's the key word, more progress for Guardians, right? So within Mayhem, it's pretty easy to kill Guardians with your super, right? Second one is Superlative, defeat targets with super abilities. Bingo again, how many times are you going to get your super, right? Pyromaniac, defeat combatants with solar abilities. Again, silver grenade recharge is going to make that even easier. Firepower, defeat combatants or guardians with power weapons. Power spawns incredibly quickly within Mayhem. Perfect. You can continue to work towards that. The next one is Forged in Flame. Defeat guardians in any activity. Easiest way to defeat guardians, in my opinion, is with Mayhem and supers. Next one, Raking the Coils. Right? Complete playlist activities to earn silver leaves. For every single completion of Mayhem, you get 5 leaves per game. Pretty easy. Okay, just play. Win or lose, you get 5. Pretty easy. Last one is Fires of the Competition. Complete matches or Gambit to earn silver leaves. Again, you're not going to play Gambit, so just play Mayhem, and you can work towards it, and it's that easy. So if you're playing this event this week, in the first week, play Mayhem, right? Use the shotgun and the hand cannon. Get an additional 2 for 9 total challenges. Good luck out there. Coming in at number 5, and the last tip I have for you is go to the throne world. I know we all just grinded out the throne world for months, but go back. It's going to make completing 3 additional challenges that much easier, and they're relatively easy to complete, right? And I'm sure there's going to be a lot of other Guardians around there right now that are doing it as well, so you have plenty of help if you're by yourself. The first one is going to be Lamplighter. Lamplighter says complete patrols on any destination. So just do it on the throne world, and you'll see why in a second, right? The second one is Solstice Jubilee. Complete public events on any destination. So why not complete patrols while you're doing public events on the throne world? And finally, the last one is In the Hot Seat, which says complete activities within the throne world. That's the key, right? Go to throne world, complete activities. While you're completing those activities, like public events, you can be earning progress towards In the Hot Seat. Unfortunately, the patrols do not count towards the In the Hot Seat challenge, but every public event will, and by doing all the public events you need for Solstice Jubilee, you'll complete about 50% of In the Hot Seat, which then you can just go quickly run a few, whatever you want. I mean, I would think that I'm probably going to go back and just do some lost sectors and just run them through on easy mode and get them done very quickly, right? Just like that, you've completed 3. Lamplighter, Solstice Jubilee, and you've made a lot of progress towards In the Hot Seat, and you'll have 3 in no time. But that's going to do it for this guide. Thank you all so much for watching, and if this guide did help you, please like, subscribe, and ring that bell for more content from myself. And if you're still here, one additional tip, remember that once you stack out that armor, make sure you have something else on your Ghost mod besides what you're focusing the armor into. So if you're focusing your armor into discipline, make sure you have recovery, mobility, intellect, whatever you prefer on your Ghost mod in order to get the plus 10 in that slot as well, and really help you get those triple 100s on your armor. But again, thank you all. Have a great night. Talk soon. Bye-bye.